And again, we welcome you to Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway for the grand finale of 2009, the Ultimate versus the Pittsburgher. We are about to go racing. Before we do, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, if you could remove your caps. Tonight, to lead us in the singing of our national anthem, a member of the Blue Crew, cousin of racer Nick Kachuba, Miss Kristen Love.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Kristen. Great job. Sorry about it. Here we go. 5 heat races for the Pittsburgher. Michael Norris in the 72, Steve Baker in the 0. We're ready to go. The green is out. Up top, it'll be Baker with the lead into turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Norris runs second. Lucan is third. And it's Scott LeBaron feeling the pressure from the 75 of Bart Hartman. Michael Norris close to the wall. Might have got a piece of it up in turns 3 and 4. Bart Hartman the third in the 75. Lucan runs second. It's Baker out in front. Remember, 12 laps. Tommy Beck in the 91 challenging Michael Norris now for fourth. Cal Lucan close to the wall in turn 3. He'll drop back to third. It's Bart Hartman second. Remember, Hartman started 6th. Baker in front by a straightaway. Tommy Beck in the 91 car down on the low side trying to pass Cal Lucan for third. We've got a spin in turn 4. Caution is out for the 8L of Scott LeBaron. Baker chasing Hartman here in the Red Miley 53. Steve is the leader now. Bart alongside will dive to the inside as they fire at the flag stand into turn 1. They're even up into that first corner. Hartman's got the advantage in turn 2. Baker trying to pedal back on the outside down the back chute. They're going to be close to side by side into 3. Hartman has the upper hand into turn number 4. Here comes Baker to the outside trying to get the lead back down the front chute. Side by side into turn number 1. In turn 2, Baker again trying to squeeze to the outside of Hartman. The West Virginia Rim Riders back in front as they enter 3. But here comes the Bart man on the charge on the low side. This is what you pay to see off of turn 4. Baker in front by Carling. Hartman second. Lucan third. Beck is now on the final transfer spot in 4th. Spec motor, open motor. Not much difference these days. Baker running a spec engine. Hartman is open motor. In turn 4, the Bartman trying to run down the West Virginia Rim Rider another time. 6 laps to go. 6 to go into 1. Hartman with a slider. Pull right up on the door of Baker, but Baker beats him off the second corner down the back straightaway. Lucan third. Beck is fourth. Norris fifth. And Apolito, Stadelman LeBaron, Glemba, and the 18 of Danny Mitchell. It sounds like one of those front two cars is starting to miss. It might be Bart Hartman. It sounds like one of those cars has got a bad miss, and it may be the 75 of Bart Hartman. Listen as he comes down the front straightaway. That last lap, it was breaking up pretty bad. Yeah, he's definitely spitting and sputtering as he enters turn number 1. Still got a comfortable advantage, though, in second. Hopefully nothing serious. Seems to go okay once he gets the car set into the corners, but down the straightaways, it starts to break up about midpoint. 3 laps to go. It's really breaking up. The Bart man may have electrical issues. Kyle Luke on third, Tommy Beck fourth. Michael Norris and Rich Appolito are next. Farm Use Auto Parts, Richard Construction 0. Steve Baker 2 laps of taking the first heat race win for the Pittsburgher. Bart Hartman, despite his ailing motor, running second. One to go as the 18D of Danny Mitchell pits. The Farm Use Auto Parts, Richard Construction 0. The Chithy's Transmissions Rocket, Steve Baker, last year's Pittsburgher winner, will have a chance to defend his crown. He will win the first of 5 heat races. The West Virginia Rim Rider, Baker wins it. Bart Hartman, despite the miss under the hood, will still bring the 75 home second. Kyle Luke on in the 1 gets third, and Tommy Beck in the 91 fourth. Mechanical woes for the 72 of Michael Norris on the final lap. Finish in the top 4 to transfer, top 3 for the redraw. Looks good from here. Green is out. Covert really diving to the inside. But it's Barber on the high side, grabbing the early lead. Mike Bassage to third, Johnny Malik fourth, Lynn Geisler, who is outside. They are crowded down the backstretch for fourth into turn 3. Off of 4 down low, Covert trying to track down Barbara. Keith Barber still your leader, Jason Covert second. Mike Bassage having a great run in the early going in the 71M car. The Hairway to Heaven, DFG Excavating, TS Electric, Rayburn, the super late model rookie trying to hold off John Malik, and now Jared Miley in 5th as Covert continues to pester Barber for the lead into turn number 1. Off at 2, it's Barber by car length. Malik sliding up the racetrack, and he'll knock Bassage right out of the way. Taking over the 3rd spot, Jared Miley moves to 4th. Bassage ends up back in 5th, and Covert is your new leader coming off of turn 4. Jason Covert in front into turn number 1. He's working the inside rail. Lynn Geisler and Brent Rayberg run right behind Mike Bassage for 5th as they race into 3. Jared Miley on the attack off of 4 to the low side of Johnny Malik. Malik still 3rd, Miley is 4th into turn number 1. Covert now extending the advantage. Geisler may have a tire going down. Lynn having a really hard time getting that car to turn going into the corner. He did glance off the wall 1 point down the back straightaway. Not sure the left front may be flat. Jared Miley has taken over 3rd. Yeah, Geisler's got a left front tire flat in the Cochran Automotive car. The left front is flat, making the car very loose in the turns. Jason Covert extends the lead halfway, 6 down and 6 to go. Keith Barber is 2nd. Jared Miley now in the final field draw a spot currently in the H1 car. The final transfer spot would be the 4J of Johnny Mullen. Then Mike Bassage, Brent Raybergen, Alan Saggy, and Lynn Geisler. Covert lapping the 697 of Dave Johnson. Covert on a rail. Laps to go. Took him a few laps to get the heat in those American racers, but once they hooked up, he has set a torrid pace here. Jason Covert off of turn number 4. Jared Miley trying to put a charge on, closing in on Keith Barber a bit for second. Covert trying to lap the Cochran Automotive car of Lynn Geisler down the back straightaway. Lynn with his hands full. Left front tire is flat. Covert goes sliding by into turn number 3. One more lap. One more lap for Jason Covert. Former Max champion. He's won a bunch of big races in the Mid-Atlantic region over the last several seasons. First time here at Pittsburgh, an impressive run as he wins the second heat race. Second to Keith Barbara, Jared Miley third. The 4J of John Mollick will get the final transfer spot. Here they come for fifth. Brent Raybergen in the 07, Mike Bassage in the 71. Bassage will hold him off. Bassage getting fifth, Raybergen sixth. Motor sweep up front. First heat race went to Baker in a spec. Slow pace, steady pace. Green is out. Johnson, Flinner head off into turn number 1. Johnson takes the lead. Flinner follows. Miley third. Fourth down the back chute, the 2J of Mike Johnson, then Austin Hubbard. Ben Miley in the 99 pulling right up next to John Flinner into turn 4. It's still the juice out in front. Flinner second, then Miley. Austin Hubbard now to fourth in car 11. Austin Hubbard, the 17-year-old out of Laurel, Delaware, moves to third. Mike Johnson's back to fifth right now. Ben Miley in the final transfer spot in the 99, but he's pushing up the banking, and here comes Mike Johnson to the inside, trying to take fourth and does. Davey Johnson, your leader. John Flinner still second. Austin Hubbard third. Down the back straightaway into turn 3. Imperial Towing, Johnson, Tankerman, Rocket, the Cornette Chevrolet. Leading the Southside Whalers, John's Towing. 48 of John Flinner. 3 laps in, 9 to go. Mike Johnson currently in fourth. Dave Hess Jr. up to fifth now in the 44 car. Hess to fifth in the 44. Flinner trying to gain ground on the race leader. Trying a little lower line. Austin Hubbard now right on the heels of Flinner for second. Almost halfway. 5 down, 7 to go. Mike Johnson still fourth. Dave Hess Jr. fifth. Al Atsala, who started last, has worked his way to sixth in the 02. Austin Hubbard continues to draw closer to Flinner, especially in turns 3 and 4. We are halfway now, 6 down and 6 to go. Into 1, Hubbard slides through on the inside. Here comes Flinner with a run on the outside off that second turn down the back chute. It's Hubbard second, Flinner third for the time being into 3. Austin Hubbard up to second. He started 7th. Johnson, your leader, 5 laps to go. currently in the final field draw spot. Mike Johnson in the final transfer spot. Austin Hubbard second, and Davey Johnson, a three-time Pittsburgher winner, is your leader. Austin Hubbard, he's closed the gap some more, especially through the bottom of the turns. Johnson able to open it back up down the straightaways, but Hubbard through the low side of the corners. 2 laps to go. Johnson's lead has shrunk, especially in 3 and 4. Hubbard now nearly alongside of the race leader in 1 and 2. Into 3 and 4. Austin Hubbard again down low, making progress into turn 4. We got a lap to go. Davey Johnson by 2 car lengths over Austin Hubbard. Into 1. Hubbard's nose in front in turn 2. He leads by a car length. Johnson comes back on the outside, down the back straightaway. Coming to the checkered flag, Austin Hubbard, watch him go, a slider in 3 and 4. He moves up the banking. Johnson tries to power dive, coming off. The drag race is on, and Johnson wins it. Driving a laser chassis, Jimmy Bernheisel preparing the car. Builds the laser cars. Green is out. Jeremy Miller jets into the lead. T8 of Mark Vidal quickly to second. Steffens in the 38 car is third. He's got to run back at Vidal for second. Then it's Burke. He's being overhauled by Doug Dodd. Doug Dodd, who started this race last, is up to 4th in the yellow number 12. Doug Dodd off the inside of turn 4. He'll take third. Jeremy Miller in front. Jimmy Steffens, the local racer from Baldwin, runs second in the 38, the Culver's Collision entry. Doug Dodd screaming on the inside. Lots of side bite through the corners. Forward bite coming off of 4 down in the moisture. And Greg Satterley is right behind him. Satterley now up into 4th. What a year he's had. Satterley now on the heels of Dodd. But pushes off the second turn to scrub off some of that momentum. 8 more laps to go. 8 to go for Jeremy Miller. Greg Satterley to third. Satterley to third. Kyle Burke is now running 5th, but all has dropped back to 6th. Doug Dodd on the attack, trying to take the 3rd spot back away from Satterley. Here they come off of 4. They're even up. Drag race time down the front chute. Dodd has got the spot back. Meantime, Kyle Burke now in the 14 car has closed in a bit. He's right there in 5th, needing to advance 1 more spot. Miller leads. Steffens is 2nd. Dodd 3rd. Satterley trying to hold on to the final transfer spot. Has got Kyle Burke applying the pressure in turn 2. But all 6. Then it's Mason, Hodgkiss, and Boyer at the back of the field. 5 more laps to go. 5 to go. Grooves changing. Drivers now starting to find some bite off the low side, especially in 3 and 4. Here comes Kyle Burke to the inside of Greg Satterley again. Can't make it work in turn 2. Jeremy Miller, Jim Steffens, and Doug Dodd. Steffens the only spec motor up in the mix here. The 38 car. Less horsepower, bigger spoiler. Jeremy Miller having a pretty good run in this Victory Circle chassis. Off of 4, continues to lead. Kyle Burke almost spinning the car up in turn 3. behind him. Jimmy Steffens at 38, the 12 of Doug Dodd, and the 22 of Greg Satterley right now in the 4 transfer spots. We're back racing a 3-lap shootout. Look at Dodd from 3rd to 1st. No, he can't make it stick, and Satterley goes shooting through. Satterley now all the way to 2nd. Kyle Burke, wheel to wheel with Steffens, or Doug Dodd, excuse me, for 3rd. Steffens getting bumped out of the way, is now way to the back. Burke is 3rd, Dodd is 4th, and Mark Benall's in the picture in the T8 car. 2 laps to go down the back straightaway. Greg Satterley now challenging Jeremy Miller for the lead. Miller still in front. Satterley trying to duck underneath, and we got a lap to go down the front straightaway. Into 1, they're side by side. Miller moves up the banking, and Satterley goes by for the lead. Off at 2, Jeremy trying to pull back even, can't do it. For 4th, Mark Benall around Doug Dodd. Here they come, checkered flag waving. Satterley is going to win it. Miller 2nd, Burke 3rd, and Benall gets 4th. Down at Parkersburg, West Virginia, Mineral Wells, the big half mile down there. We're back racing. Green is out. Good start for Lux. Lux leads. Burgoon to 2nd. Lepro is 3rd. Tyler Hershey currently 4th. And Tommy Schernhofer. Chuck Harper. Alex Ferree moving by Harper. Ferree now to the inside, trying to take the 5th spot from the 17 of Tommy Schernhofer. They're wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. Lux in front, Lepro 2nd. Jimmy Lepro's Buds place 6 into the 2nd spot. Ahead of the Allegheny medal, finishing 3 River Scrap medal 17. Tyler Hershey still in the final transfer spot in 4th. Tommy Schernhofer 5th. Alex Ferree 6th down the back straightaway. Ferree now ahead of Schernhofer in 4, but Tommy again with the momentum on the high side, able to ward him off for the 5th position. The Franklin Flyer, Matt Lux, is your commander. Alex Ferree now solidly into position number 5. Tyler Hershey, first time here in the 74 car, still running in the final transfer spot. It too is a laser chassis. Daryl Charlier, the Midway Missile, digging down on the low side. Trying to take 6th away from Tommy Schernhofer. Lux leads, Lepro 2nd, Burgoon is 3rd. Halfway, 6 to go, 6 laps remaining. Tommy Schernhofer off the pace in car 17, appears headed to the pits. Had a good run going early in this one. He is in the pit area. The green stays out. Less than 4 laps to go. Lux's lead is still almost a full straightaway over Lepro and Burgoon. Tyler Hershey still in 4th with Alex Ferree, 1 spot shy of transferring in 5th. Burgoon trying to close the gap on Lepro for 2nd. Two laps to go. 2 laps remaining. Sportsman cars are up next. Matt Locke's about to close on the back of the field, ready to put a lap on the 2M of Chuck Medved. Into turn 3 on the inside. Will lap him cleanly off of 4, take the white flag all at the same time. And Alex Ferree now has caught up to Tyler Hershey in the battle for the final transfer spot. He was much closer going into turn 3. Lost some ground in 3 and 4. He's back on the gas trying to close the gap again. He's got a lot of ground to make up in a less than a lap. Your winner, folks, Matt Lux. Second to Jim Lepro, Brandon Burgoon third. Tyler Hershey is in the Pittsburgher in the 74 car. Alex Ferree will finish 5th. Daryl Charlier gets 6th. Two heat races for your sportsman cadets. 8 laps apiece. Green is out. Bobby Heim got a Pittsburgh win a couple of weeks back, is your leader in the 92 car. Nick Kachuba in car 10 moving to 2nd. Tavi Dabowski in the 79 third, then Mike Duritsky in the 90. Sean Bryan in the 4, Pat Weldon, our track champion, in the 45 car. And Craig Catellus to the outside. Look out, Duritsky close to the wall in the 90 in 4th. Pat Weldon in the 45, our track champion, trying to move from mid-pack. Heim ahead of Kachuba. Weldon now down the inside of the front stretch, moving into 4th. Joey Catellus in the 79 is 3rd. Mike Duritsky in the 90 got a handful, but he's hanging on, but he's wearing it out. Heim over Kachuba. Catellus still 3rd now. Weldon moves to the outside in the 45 for 3rd down the back chute. Craig Catellus in the 64. Excuse me, that's Davey Lee. I'm saying 64. That's Davey Lee out there in the 39. He's running 5th. The singing sensation. Spinner. Greg McManus in the 17 and comes parked against the outside retaining wall in turn 4. Caution is out. Thanks to Dick Curry. He does the NASCAR report on Rappin' on Racins on WEDO and at SpeedwayProductions.biz. Five laps are down. It's Bobby Heim just a little ahead of Nick Kachuba. Pat Weldon, the 45 now, trying to take 3rd from the 79 of Joey Catellus, and the singing sensation of Davey Lee in the 39 car, trying to make it 3 wide in turns 3 and 4. Into that first turn, they're still 3 wide, and only using half the racetrack. Catellus gets squeezed. He ends up back in 5th. One lap to go, 1 to go. The R&J meets 92, your leader. Kachuba 2nd, Weldon 3rd, and Davey Lee 4th. 5th is Joey Catellus, then Sean Bryan. And the 62 of Ken Zimmer. Checkered flag is out for Bobby Heim. Kachuba, Weldon, and Lee 5th to Catellus. then the Crate Late or Summer Late heats, followed by the Ultimate Heat races. Green is out. Damage X. The Danimal, Danny Rich, and Jake the Snake Simmons in a duel down the back chute. This will be Garage Talk come Monday. Simmons, the leading winner this year. Rich won the big one, the Pure Stock 20. It's the Danimal by car length over the Snake. Greg Catsellis is third, Jimmy Fosnaught in the 20J fourth. Bob Schwartzmiller started deep in the field in the 28. He is fifth. Pat Hanley, Jim Boyer, Craig Catsellis, Craig Kamaker, and Vince Kamaker are next. The Snake about to strike. Schwartzmiller to the low side of Fosnaught, trying to move into fourth. And he's got it made. Bobby Schwartzmiller up to fourth. Craig Catsellis still third. Danny Rich in front, and Jake the Snake Simmons again able to close in a hurry in turn 4. Three laps are down. Schwartzmiller and Catsellis are now side by side for third. So Bobby Schwartzmiller, he started way in the back. He's been moving on up. The Denny's Restaurant Park West Supply, 28 into third. The Damage Inc. 67X Simmons window cleaning. Car of Danny Rich just ahead of the more concrete Simmons window cleaning 68 of teammate Jake the Snake Simmons. Schwartzmiller third, Catsellis fourth, Jimmy Fosnaught still fifth, and Pat Weldon the 380, Jim Boyer in the 17. Craig Kamaker in the 72, and brother Vince Kamaker in the 9. For the lead now, the Snake almost even up when they came off at turn number 4. The Danimal, Danny Rich, able to ward him off through 1 and 2. Craig Kamaker slowing down in the 72 car. Former track champion here a couple of times. Appears off the pace. 2 laps to go. Here we go, race fans. Another drag race down the front chute. Rich just enough mustard to stay ahead of the 68X. Good 3-car battle for fifth. Jim Boyer in the 17J, Jimmy Fosnaught in the 20, and the 380 of Pat Hanley. White flag is out. Danny Rich having to work awfully hard to stay ahead of Jake Simmons. Jimmy Fosnaught off the pace in car 20J. Fosnaught, who was in that battle for fifth, slowing down. Here come your leaders to the checkered flag. Danny Rich has been in front from the start, and that's where he will stay, but not by much. The Danimal over the Snake. Schwartzmiller third. Craig Catsellis fourth. Jim Boyer gets fifth. Green is out. Hutchko goes. Brian Hutchko, the winner last week. And Jennifer Barker still in second. Tony White in the 76 car. Now into the second spot, and the John Deere special of Jason Herniak edging ahead for third. Garrett Opatchin just behind Jason. He moves to fourth. Fast Eddie Weiser right now behind the 33 of Jennifer Barker at the back of the field. Half a straightaway lead for the 60 of Brian Hutchko. Larry the Cable Guy, Jason Herniak in the 97, trying to overhaul the 76 of Tony White for second. It's the Brian Hutchko show out in front. Garrett O'Patchen is fourth, Jennifer Barker fifth, and the OU2 of Fast Eddie Weiser. One more lap. Crate late models, known as the Summit H with the UFO Race Championship, are next. Checkered flag out for the 60 Brian Hutchko. Problem with the 25 car. 76 Tony White second, then Jason Herniak in the 97, Jennifer Barker. Garrett O'Patchen recovers in the 25, and the OU2 of Fast Eddie Weiser. Jason Fosnaught, Danny the Greek, Karolegas bring the field off a turn 4. The green is out. It's Danny Karolegas in front, Jason Ryder right behind him down the back straightaway. Jason Fosnaught in the J19 currently third. To his inside comes the B4 of Steve Beatty. Beatty to third. Fosnaught fourth, Jeff Bronaszewski now fifth. Steve Beatty in the B4. Trying to pass the 2J of Jason Fosnaught. B4 Beatty now ahead of Jason Ryder for second. B4 second, Steve Beatty, but here comes Jason Ryder in a hurry. Justin Lamb into the fifth position now in the 93X. Jeff Bronaszewski, the 08 car, is fourth. Good race for second here off of four. It's Ryder up high. He's got the momentum. He's back around Steve Beatty for the runner-up spot halfway through this first of 3 heats. These are 10 laps. This is the halfway mark. 5 down, 5 to go. Status quo out in front. Karolegas coming to complete lap 8. 2 more laps remaining. Ryder second, Beatty third. Jeff Bronaszewski fourth, Justin Lamb a close fifth. Back straightaway. He's been the leader from the get-go this one, Danny Karolegas. He started second, took the lead at the drop of the green. He'll bring the former Kid Rock at number 1 off of turn 4 to take the win. Karolegas wins it. Jason Ryder second, Steve Beatty third, Jeff Bronaszewski fourth, and Justin Lamb completes your top 5. Five more, completely opposite of how they started in the first round. For the Pittsburgher, green is out. Schernhofer in the 8, Pegger in the 1C. Carry the field into turn number 1. Two of the real talents in this division here at Pittsburgh, and it's Pegger storming into the lead down the back chute. The Cochran Automotive car. Schernhofer is second. Rocky Kugel currently third. Down on the inside comes the 75 of Scott Schemp. Schemp is fourth, and it's Stefanik fifth. Atala, Niederreiter, Hoffman, and Smith. And we got a piece of metal, something. We got debris right on the back straightaway, right below where Mike Pegger just went. I can see it moving back there. Right at the gate to cross the racetrack at the end of the back straightaway. Lights are out as we get ready to battle again. Mike Pegger Jr. in Triple S Auto Auction. Number 1 Cochran 1C has been a big winner this year with the Fast Track Series. He was our track champion a year ago in the Crate Lake models. Denny Niederreiter in the 09 slings her into second. Niederreiter to second. Schernhofer is third. Scott Schemp is fourth. Car up on the wall, over on its roof, and over on all 4 wheels in turn 4. Good job, Alatal in the 7C to avoid. Gary Smith in the 66 rode the wall for a while, ended up going over and back onto all 4 wheels. Super Snuffer is telling the ambulance, take your time, so apparently Gary is fully okay. Dennis Niederreiter came out in this car mid-season, one of the Lou Radish machines, and he is second. And the battle is on, and it's still Pegger in command. Second is Niederreiter, Schernhofer third, Schemp fourth. Alatala fifth in the 7C car. Past halfway, 4 laps remaining. Mr. Pegger's about flat-footing around the racetrack. 2 laps to go. Number 1 Cochran, Triple S Auto Auction. 1C Mike Pager Jr. out of Wexford is going to win your second heat race for the semi-late. 09 Dennis Niederreiter second, 8S Tommy Schernhofer third, 75S Scott Shem 47C Alan Sala fifth. Green is out. We got a traffic jam in turn 2. Down the back chute, Josh Holtgraver, last week's feature winner, trying to take the lead. Ricky Megley is second. Bryant Hang third. Mark Moach Jr. fourth. Holtgraver leads. The D&T Auto Body 00, hooked up like he was a week ago. Hank third, Moats fourth. Dave Wade runs fifth. Laura Lucon trying to pass her brother Cal off at turn 2. Cal's able to hold her off into 3. Brian Hank pressuring now Ricky Megley for second. Look at his battle. 3 wide, Laura Lucon, Dave Wade, and Cal Lucon. I think Dave said, okay, I'm not going to get in the middle of the family feud here, and I'll just cool my jets a little bit. Holtgraver, your leader. Megley still second. Hank is third. Mark Moach Jr. in the 15 car fourth. Brothers and sister act going at it again off of 4, still side by side. You know, Lord, she wants to beat him to no end. Holtgraver way out in front. Somebody slow him down. 3 laps to go. Megley second, Hank third, and Moats fourth. Cal Lucon fifth, Laura Lucon sixth, Dave Wade is seventh. Then newcomer Ryan Kristoff, who's got a little too much gear in his giddy up. He'll have to make a bit of an adjustment, I would believe. Just turn in a few RPMs. Laura Lucon edging ahead of brother Cal. 1 more lap to go, 1 to go. Josh Holtgraver just spanking the gang. Winning by more than Mike Pager did the last heat. The D&T Auto Body Weaver Auto Sales Widener Heating and Cooling Rocket is getting hot at the end of the year. Josh Holtgraver winning our 3rd semi-late heat. Greensburg's Rick Megley, a former E-Mod winner here at Pittsburgh, brings the number 5 car home second. Brian Hank third, Mark Moach Jr. fourth, Laura Lucon fifth, Dave Wade sixth, and Cal drops to 7th in the 1. The Crate Late Model Class, former Limited Late and Pure Stock champion here, Rich Appolito alongside. Green is out. Watch this. We got a spinner. Spinner right off the bat. Scott LeBaron car 8L. Scott LeBaron, car 8L. A problem in turn 1, he'll back it up, and we'll do it all over again with LeBaron now to the back of the field. Rolling off at turn number 4. Green is out. It's Rich Appolito in front, early going here. Oh, baby. Baker able to snake by on the outside. He and Bart Hartman trying to get to the front. Tommy Beck is third. Stadelman is second. Track is really slippery right now. Bart Hartman to the inside of Tommy Beck. The race for third over in turn 2. Hartman making the pass for third. Appolito leads. Stadelman is second, but maybe not for long. The Bart man is flying. He has got some serious corner speed. Baker right now in 5th. It's still Rich Appolito, but the Bart man is on the prow in turn 4. Hartman off the pace. Hartman off the pace. Bart Hartman off the pace, limping down the front straightaway. Remember, problems in the first heat race. He was able to finish, limped home second. He's trying to get to the pits. Green stays out. It's Appolito, your leader. Beck is second. Baker is third now. So Baker is transferred in both. Beck has transferred in both. Leo Stadelman 4th. Kyle Lucon running 5th. Rich Appolito, it's only the second week, I believe he's been out of this car this year, the Heinrich Construction. Phil Lucon RevFab 77, trying to upset the apple cart here. 5 down, 7 to go. Tommy Beck second, Steve Baker third, and they are closing in a bit. The race for 4th now, the final transfer spot. Kyle Lucon in the 1 to the low side of the 21 of Leo Stadelman. The action starting to heat up. Beck challenging for the lead off of 4. Baker right there as well. 4 laps to go into turn 1. In turn 2, Tommy Beck to the inside, Appolito to the outside, and Baker right behind him. That was halfway. This is lap 7, 5 to go. Tommy Beck will lead lap number 7. Steve Baker moves to second, and now he challenges Beck off of turn 2. Kyle Lucon 4th. He transferred earlier, so he right now is transferred for both if he can stay in the top 4. Beck and Baker the same. Baker going back to the outside. The West Virginia rim rider trying to carry some momentum and close the gap on Tommy Beck into 3. Beck goes low, Baker goes high. Into 4. It's still Beck, but at the flag stand it's just 2 car lengths, and we've got 3 laps to go into turn number 1. Beck with a great run through the middle of 1 and 2 that time. Appolito still in a peel draw spot in the 77. He's got to be tickled pink. We got big problems in turn 1. Caution is out. We're going to have oil on the racetrack. Bo Glemba, 99G. Lots of moisture put down on the racetrack. Green is out. Good start for Beck. Baker goes charging on the outside, though. In turn 2, we got ourselves a race for the lead down the back straightaway. Steve Baker, who won the first heat race for the Pittsburgher, tried to do the same for the Ultimate. He started in 8th spot in this one, actually 9th. Beck is second. Lucon third. So Kyle's transferred. Beck is transferred. Baker is transferred. so far in both the Pittsburgher and Ultimate. 1 lap to go. Leo Stadelman challenging Rich Appolito for the 4th and final transfer spot. The 21 car trying to squeeze between Appolito and the wall, can't do it in 1 and 2. The Chippy's Transmissions, Farm Used Auto Parts, Richard Construction, Zero, defending Pittsburgher champion Steve Baker will be in the peel draw for both races tomorrow. So will Tommy Beck. Cal Lucon transferring as well, and Rich Appolito is in the Ultimate. The 77 car getting 4th. The Ultimate at Challenger last year was won by Jimmy Mars. Green is out. Daryl Charlier with a good start. Chuck Medved not a good start. The 2M. That may have been the fastest first to last I've ever seen in racing. Charging Chuck has got problems in the 2M. He's got a flat tire. Something wrong in the back of the car. He is trying to get to the pits and does. Ready to roll again. Green is out. Good start. On the high side, the A-Train Alex Free trying to take the lead down the back straight. He's got it into 3. The midway missile down low. Tyler Hershey in the 74 trying to put a little heat on Jimmy Lepero, and down on the very bottom comes the 21 of Matt Lux. Lux is up to 4th. He won this heat race earlier. A heat race earlier for the Pittsburgher. We got ourselves a doozy of a battle down the back chute for Reed. Chuck Medved back on the Speedway in the 2M. He's a lap down. Obviously more than a couple of grooves out there tonight. Jimmy Lepero in the 6 car, who finished 2nd in the heat race earlier, is trying to get 2nd right now. He's to the very top side of Daryl Charlier off of turn 4. Lux is 4th, and it's Tyler Hershey and Brandon Burgoon now. Burgoon trying to rally here in the 17. He has made the Pittsburgher laps down. The American Diecast Franklin Racing Supply 4 of Alex Faree is in front. Chuck Medved back in the pits in the 2. Matt Lux down on the rail in the 21. Takes 3rd away from Daryl Charlier. Brandon Burgoon now ducking under. Tyler Hershey contact over there for 4th, or 5th, excuse me. Both cars sliding up the racetrack, and they continue on. Matt Lux now trying to take 2nd away from Jim Lepero. He's got the pass made off the bottom of turn 4. 4 laps to go. Lux is closing in on the A-Train, especially through turns 3 and 4. Alex tried to drop that car a little lower. 2 more laps to go. Faree did not transfer into the Pittsburgher yet. The UFO points leader, defending champion, has got Matt Lux now drawing closer and closer. Lepro third, and the final transfer spot is still the Midway Missile, Daryl Charlier. One more lap to go, folks. One to go. Lux really hard into one on the bottom. He's within a car length off of turn 2. This could get interesting here in 3 and 4. Free sets it high. Lux is coming low. Off of 4. Drag race time down the front straightaway. Free by a car length. Lux second. He's in the pill draw twice. Lepro's in the pill draw twice. He gets third in the 6. Charlier has made the ultimate in the 27C. And Brandon Burgoon, our track champion, will have to run a B main tomorrow. Ultimate heat race number 3 for the UFO Race Championship. Doug Dodd in the 12, Denton Boyer in the 56, bring the field to life. Dodd, who came stormer to the front early in that his first heat race tonight. Ooh, baby, down the back straightaway, squeezing by on the high side. Mark Badal in the T8. Dodd leads. Satterley moving up the banking in the 22. He is second. Boyer is third. Here comes Jimmy Steffens. He's on the mission. Remember, Steffens had such a good heat race going earlier tonight, then sort of got roughed up on that late race restart, shuffled to the back. He is flying back toward the front in this one. He's up to third in car 38. It's Dodd over Satterley. Steffens, Boyer, Hotchkiss, Jeremy Miller still way in the back of the 24 car. To his outside, the T8 of Mark Badal, and Kyle Burke, who had a good run earlier tonight, is still last in car 14. Track much different now than it was earlier, not nearly as fast. Slicker. Satterley's got some high side momentum in turn 2 as he tries to track down Doug Dodd. Down the front chute, Greg on the pedal again, into 1. Satterley for the lead in turn 2. He's got it. Greg Satterley, your leader. Dodd slipping bad off the second turn. Still second, but back several car lengths now. Steffens third. Denton Boyer is still fourth at the 56, first time here. John Hotchkiss, Jeremy Miller, Kyle Burke, and Mark Badal are next. Seven laps down and 5 to go. Kyle Burke in the 14 moves by Jeremy Miller for position number 6. Burke now trying to close on the 69 of John Hotchkiss. Nigel Auto Solutions entry. Greg Satterley completing lap 10. Kyle Burke has now moved into 5th in car 14. He's got a long way to go to catch the 4th place car of Denton Boyer, the 56. And nobody within striking distance of race leader Greg Satterley. Satterley pouring it on here down the backstretch one more time. Made the race for the Pittsburgher, and he's also in the show for the Ultimate. Greg Satterley in car 22. So is the 12 of Doug Dodd in both. Steffens, who failed to make the Pittsburgher through the heats, does in the Ultimate, and Denton Boyer makes the Ultimate in car 56. B-mains for Burke, Hodgkiss, Miller, and Banal. Off of turn 4, green is out. 3 wide for the lead in turn number 1. Austin Hubbard is in front early on after starting 3rd. Caution is out. Not a good start, not a good start, not a good start. Oh, contact, Hess and Atala. Off of turn 4 we go. Let's try it again. Better this time. Green is out. Atala in front, but maybe not for long. Austin Hubbard really fast on the low side of this racetrack. He is wheel to wheel with Atala for the lead through 3 and 4. Dave Hess Jr. in the 44 trying to take 3rd. Down low, it's Hubbard in front. Atala second. Hess is 3rd. Then Elson, Flinner, Mike Johnson, Tony Mussolino, Dave Johnson, and Ben Miley. Austin Hubbard almost took the win from Davey Johnson earlier tonight. In front in this one. Johnson, meantime, still at the back, almost the back of the field in the 1J car. John Flinner moving into 4th in the 48. Flinner is on the gas. He started 8th. He's got Mike Johnson to his low side through 3 and 4. And that race for 4th. Johnson 4th, Flinner 5th that time by. Austin Hubbard still your leader over Al Atala and Dave Hess Jr. Flinner able to repass Johnson down the back chute. Davey Johnson in the inside now. He's moving up. And around Lance Elson. Moving into position number 5. Big lead here. Austin Hubbard at the halfway point. Dave Hess Jr. trying to reel in the 0-2 of Al Atala for 2nd. Flinner still 4th. Mike Johnson 5th. Davey Johnson is 6th. Dave Hess Jr. now within a car length of Al Atala for 2nd. Into 3. Hess able to pick up a little forward bite coming off of 4. Car off the pace on the back straightaway is the 99 of Ben Miley. Miley headed for the pits on the back straightaway. He will coast it home. 4 laps to go. Austin Hubbard still your leader. Tony Mussolino pitting in car 21. Mussolino to the pits in car 21. One lap to go. Austin Hubbard out of Laurel, Delaware. very fast here tonight. He's moved to the outside and he is moving on out. He's got the lead to almost a half a lap. Before he comes, checkered flag heat race number 4, the ultimate, to Austin Hubbard. Austin Hubbard has transferred to both races. Alatala is in the ultimate, so is Dave Hess Jr., and John Flinner has transferred to both races in car 48. Green is out. Red Miley from outside the front row quickly into the lead. Already up to third is Jason Covert in car 43. Covert now pressuring Alan Sagi for second as they sail through 1 and 2. John Malik into the final transfer spot in fourth. Keith Barber and Lynn Geisler wheel to wheel for fifth on the back straightaway. Contact between Barber and Geisler. Geisler ends up spinning, and look out. Oh, Mike Bassage does a great job. Wow, what is Mike Bassage doing? He might have closed his eyes and just prayed. I'm not sure how he missed the spinning car of Lynn Geisler. Geisler and Barber coming together, going down the back straightaway. Let's try it again. Green is back out. Miley and Covert. Covert underneath Alan Sagi and moving quickly to second, and now challenging Jared for the lead. Jason Covert is really quick. Whoa, he gets rear-ended by the H1 of Miley. Alan Sagi is third. John Malik is currently in the final transfer spot in fourth in the 4J. Five laps down and 7 to go. Alan Sagi having a good run in the 8 car. He is third. Johnny Malik fourth. Malik was fourth in the first round of the heat races, I believe, but Keith Barber is closing in there in the 17. Barber already has made the Pittsburgher, trying to do the same in the ultimate at the halfway mark of this final heat race. Keith Barber with a head of steam down the back chute to the outside. 3 then woes her down. Tries to drop off the bottom of turn 4. Barber is squeezed between Malik and the wall into turn 3. Final transfer spot off of 4 up for grabs here with 4 laps to go. Into turn 1. Jammin' Johnny on the low side. Barber up high off and 2 down the backstretch. Malik trying to make that car as wide as possible. Barber tries to dive underneath him now into 3. Malik holds him off for the time being anyway. Jason Covert a half a straightaway up on Jared Miley, was Alan Saggy third. The last chance to make the ultimate here in the final heat race. A good battle between the 4 of John Malik and the 17 of Keith Barber. Barber has closed right back in. 2 laps to get her done. Malik second in the point standings for the UFO Series, and Barber is third. Jared Miley, who's fourth in the point chase, running second in this one. Final lap, Jason Covert. Awfully quick all night long. Started last in this one and finishes first. Pair of heat race wins. Jared Miley second. Alan Saggy third, and the final transfer spot goes to John Malik over Keith Barber. Green is out. '55, Danny White in the 5 of Tyler Atkinson. Both cars. Oh, Brittany Davis in the 39 up and over several times. 14, Hannah Ramsey also caught up in that with the 08 of Alec Broniszewski. Brittany Davis in the 39 car. A wild ride up top of the 4th turn. Alec Broniszewski driving away from the scene. Getting out of the way for the Super Snuffers and safety team as they head to the crash site. 2 female drivers in this class, both parked over there with the right. Brittany's out of the car, folks. That is great news. Green is out. Gombash in the 5 slaps the wall in turn 2. He's continuing on, but he may have some flat turns. Tyler Atkinson just ahead of Danny White and Justin Pons. Joe Gombash is pitted in the 5 after hitting the wall up in turn 2. Ricky Steigel, walled in the 4th is 4th, and the 4 is 4th, and Nico DeBecco, the 22, is currently 5th. 5 and 55. Danny White in the 55 trying to take the lead from the 5 of Tyler Atkinson. 33 Justin Pons and the 4 of Ricky Steigel. Well, these have been your leading winners this year. The front 4 cars should be quite a battle to the finish. Justin Pons winning the championship by just a couple of points over Danny White. Ricky Steigerwald, the 4th place car, the white 4, has actually had the most wins of any of these 4 cars this year. Ricky Steigerwald now to the outside of Justin Pons. They're even up for 2nd as Danny White continues to lead. Ricky Steigerwald, your new leader. Ricky Steigerwald trying to win his 9th feature of the year. Danny White second, Justin Pons third. Tyler Atkinson is fourth. As the race goes on, the 4-car gets faster. We've seen this time and time again. 1 lap away from his 9th win in his rookie season here at Pittsburgh, former go-karter. Years of age out of Robinson Township at the BY Lawn Care Red Line Comcast Cavalier. Danny Hunkley, our young gun flagman, has got the checkered flag in his hands and waving it for the 9th time for Ricky Steigerwald. Danny White second, Justin Pons third, Tyler Atkinson fourth, and Nico DeBecca will win the battle for 5th. You don't want this, do you? Can I have it? Go ahead, I'm just teasing. That's the Pizza Hut gift card. How many pizzas have you had from Pizza Hut this summer on us?
Well, 2 pizzas each time I get a gift card. 18.
Well, you ought to be growing bigger pretty soon if you keep eating all that pizza, don't you think?
I don't know. Hopefully. I want to get taller so I can get in a bigger car.
9 wins.
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna get 9 wins at all. I thought maybe I had 1 or 2, but not 9.
And, you know, tonight was just like most of them. You sit there, third, fourth, but after about the halfway point, your car just takes off.
Yeah, especially that outside. That's where I got everyone at, because I knew when I got to that outside, I was going to get them.
So you're coming back next year with more young gun racing?
Yeah, we got a new car for next year.
A new one?
Yep.
Faster?
I don't know, hopefully.
All right, congratulations, Ricky. Ricky Steigerwald, your winner in the Young Guns. United E-Mod Series. E-Mods. And the green is out. Vince Laboon is your leader in the 17L. They're slipping and sliding behind him. Kevin Miller is second. Kerry Gasser up to third. Your leader slows. Vince Laboon slowing down. You got debris on the racetrack in turn 2. Back underway. Kerry Gasser, the racing mom from Vienna, Ohio, takes over the lead down the back straightaway. Kevin Miller right now second, but on the outside comes the 10 of Randy Hall. Junior Nolan is fourth. Problems for Dale Charlier in the 112. He'll keep her between the fences, and we're still green. This will be the halfway point. Top 6 finishers will move into the A main. Kerry Gasser over Kevin Miller, Randy Hall, Junior Nolan, Kevin Decker, and Clayton Kennedy right now in the 6th spot in the 9 car. Gabrielson in the 58 challenging Kevin Decker and Clayton Kennedy for that 5th, 6th, and 7th race. Two laps remaining, 2 to go. Kerry Gasser. In a hurry down the back straightaway here in the final lap over Kevin Miller, Randy Hall, and Junior Nolan. Top 4 go to the redraw. Top 6 into the feature. 7 on back into the B main consolation event. Gasser wins it. Miller 2nd. Hall 3rd. Nolan 4th. Clayton Kennedy 5th. Kevin Decker loses the handle on the final lap, and Joe Gabrielson will get 6th, the final transfer spot in car 58. Charlier in command from outside of row 1. Right up against the fence, where he's famous for running, the Midway Missile. Brent Raybergen to the outside, got squeezed a bit. Down low on the bottom, it's Evan Taylor into the 2nd spot. Then the 07P of Peterson, the 4 of Raybergen, and the 10 of Tessine. Hess is in there too, some really good shoes in this one. Charlier, your leader, over Taylor. Tessine into 3rd. Raybergen to the inside of Tessine now, and right behind them the 07 of Tim Peterson. Raybergen trying to make that car work on the very bottom of the racetrack. Jacob Hawkins up to 5th now in the 137. We've seen him go around here with a couple of wins earlier this month. Yeah, this heat race is stacked. Evan Taylor still holding on to 2nd. He's got a lot of veterans and a lot of wins right behind him. Raybergen passes him on the inside. Tessine passes on the outside, and Jacob Hawkins is right there as well. Then you go back to Dave Hess Jr., Tim Peterson. They're all trying to track down the Midway Missile, Daryl Charlier. Hawkins now slides her hard into turn 3. Up the banking he goes, just ahead of Wayne Tessine. That might have been the slick move of the night. Jacob Hawkins on the high side trying to take 2nd from Brett Raybergen. Daryl Charlier still your leader. This would make it out of the wire though, 6 down and 3 to go. Hawkins on the wall and back down on all 4. Look out, he locks it up to keep it from coming down in front of the other cars. Jacob Hawkins knocking the plywood right off the wall up there in turn 2. He was on the ragged edge. Got away from him just enough to get those wheels up on the wall, and to the top it went. He did not roll over. Here we go, 3 laps to go. Green out, Charlier still leads, Rayberg in second. Everybody now trying to get to the bottom, at least for the lead. Charlier will cruise high into 1 and 2. Rayberg stays on the low side. He motors ahead into 2. Yeah, 1 lap to go. Brent Rayberg has won a bunch of E-Mod races, double duty Brent, late models and E-Mods, track champ in Tri-City and Little Valley, New York, chasing Randy Hall for the UAMS Points Championship. At the Midway Missile, going to make him work for it off of 4. Rayberg by half a car length. Hess third. Tassine fourth. Taylor, Peterson, and Martinek. Martins Ferry Madman and Rich Curry's into the wall. Underway, complete restart. The final heat race of the night. Still the Martins Ferry Madman, J.E. Stalter, Dave Groves in the T3, trying to chase J.E. to the front. J.E. runs a Groves GRS chassis and another spin. Caution is out. That's what Stalter runs. Groves is in third. Fourth is Dave Atkinson. Another one of the Taylor boys in the mix too. That's Jonathan. He is your 5th place car. Stalter in front. Groves now ahead of Bamitrider for second. Atkinson in fourth, then Taylor. Excuse me, that's Bassage into fourth, then Taylor and Atkinson. Denny Nakutis in the 48 car. Halfway, 4 laps remaining. Dave Groves trying to put a bit more pressure on J.E. Stalter. J.J. Bamitrider third, almost a spin again for the 71 of Chris Bassage. He saves it between the first and second turns. 5, Jonathan Taylor is still fourth. Top 4 to the redraw, top 6 into the feature. goes. Stalder slips for a minute there in turn 4. Still in front. The Martins Ferry Madman. J.E. Stalder, the over and under construction Trison Concrete, Hanover Ford, 17. J.E. gets the win over Dave Groves. J.J. Babbage rider Jonathan Taylor. Chris Bassage 5th, and also transferring, Atkinson 5th. Chris Bassage in the 71C is 6th, the final transfer spot. Jason Herniak tried to take the lead away from fast Eddie Weiser. Brian Hutchko in the 90, or 60, excuse me, is a close third. Oh, Brian Hutchko may have found the crack he needed. Halfway. Two laps to go. Final lap of the night. Don't forget Stag's post-race party in the parking lot. Gates will open at normal time tomorrow, 11 a.m. for the pits, noon for the grandstands. First race at 6. Emod B Main. Final winner of the night, Brian Hutchko. All right, Brian Hutchko, your winner and our final winner of the year in the factory stocks. Congratulations.
Thanks very much, Dell. I don't know, I wish this could have happened during the season when we were racing for points. Could have gave Catellis a better run. First time I doubled out again. Last week I doubled out to finish up the season and did it again tonight. Thank my sponsors, Kel Racing for the motor he built for me, Mousetrap Bar and Grill, hedgeband.com, Davis Welding and Fabricating, Bulldog Tree Care, Danny Rich, Jake Simmons, all them guys from the X team. All kind of people. There's not many I can really think of at the moment. Send out congratulations to Catellis for winning the points. Gave us a hell of a run. We're going to miss him next year if he doesn't come back. Not really much to say, just everybody for coming out, and that's pretty much
I got a tip for you. If you don't start working on your girlfriend's race car, you ain't going to be back here next year either.
I might be back, but she might be in this one. I'll be in the pits the whole time. I don't know what happened there. It looked like the C-clip broke or something. She was having a good night coming on here these last couple weeks of the season, been making adjustments to the car, and she's been able to communicate with me a little bit better about it, and we got her run a little bit better, but shame it had to happen on the last night. I feel bad about that for her.
All right, good job.
Thank you.
Brian Hutchko, your final win of the night, the final win of the season in the factory stocks.